Let's turn now to another heartbreaking loss hitting Hollywood. Rob's former All in the Family guest star turned General Hospital legend Anthony Geary, who passed away at the same age of 78.
I pronounce that they are husband and wife.
Marriages are real staples in daytime. It's fun to be part of something that people enjoy.
30 million watched as daytime TV's most beloved couple, Luke and Laura, said "I do" in 1981. Anthony succumbed to complications from a surgery Sunday in Amsterdam. His partner, Claudio Gama, releasing a statement saying, quote, "It was a shock. For more than 30 years, Tony has been my friend, my companion, my husband."
Guess what? You won another Emmy.
I did, man.
You did?
I'm so surprised.
Oh, yeah?
I thought the Academy was pretty sick of me by now.
With 8 daytime Emmys, Anthony appeared in nearly 2,000 episodes of General Hospital.
When you think about it, an hour a day probably got more on-camera time than John Wayne, Humphrey Bogart, you name them.
Today, Jeannie Francis paid tribute to her former on-screen husband.
I'm just heartbroken. I'm so sad.
John Stamos, who appeared on the ABC daytime drama for 2 years, starting in 1982, says, quote, "I was only 19 years old, and Tony could not have been kinder or more welcoming."
Take care, my friend.
Did they say that he was friends with Rob Reiner? Did they? Was that his name, Rob Reiner, who just died with his wife? And now they both die here. Anthony Geary of General Hospital. Let's see. I think I heard them say that. Oh, no. But the question likely stems from confusion after his recent passing. He had many famous friends. Okay, I thought they said something at the beginning, like his friend or whatever, that video. But, so this soap opera guy dies, okay? From General Hospital. Oh, man, of course I don't have the article up, right? Anthony Geary, Anthony Geary, Associated Press article. Here it is right here. Dies at 78 years old. You see that right there? And they're saying, check this out. I'm just catching this stuff as I hit record here. So in the show, he had an on-screen wife named Laura. And you see right there, look, both of their names start with L. General Hospital star Anthony Geary of Luke and Laura fame dies at 78. Now, look, I'm seeing her right here. Look at her birthday right here, May 26th. Okay, this is his on-screen wife in the soap opera General Hospital. Look, she's got the May 26th birthday. His birthday is May 29th. Look, come on. So his birthday is 3 days after his on-screen wife's. And this is their supposed birthdays in real life. Look at that. Anthony Geary was an American actor. His career spanned more than four decades and began in episodic television. I've never seen that word before. Episodic television. He appeared as a guest on several primetime series and transitioned into a career predominantly in the soap opera genre. Look, May 29th, his birthday. On-screen wife's birthday, May 26th. Look at that. Now, are they going to give us a death this time, a cause of death? ABC said in a statement confirming his death. He died Sunday in Amsterdam of complications of a surgical procedure. That sounds shady, doesn't it? 3 days prior to his death. There's also another guy named Geary that popped up while I was doing research here. Richard Geary. Dick Geary? Look, that's interesting because there's a Richard Gere character as well on the world stage, an actor. But look at this guy's got the same last name. It looks like he was in, is this Star Trek? Star Trek right here? This guy's got the same last name, Geary, and they say there's no relation. And look, this guy died May 15th. Look at this right here. This guy died May 15th, 14 days before Anthony Geary's birthday, which is May 29th. Come on, man. Come on, man. Look. And Anthony Geary dies on the 14th of December, the soap opera guy. And then, that dude. Oh, and then it was 14 days after the death anniversary of this guy with the same last name. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? So, look at this list of General Hospital tragic deaths right here. If I still have it up, here it is right here. Look. Look at this list of former General Hospital stars who have tragically passed away. Look as I scroll down here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It just goes on and on. Look, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Look at this, on and on and on. 12, 13. I've covered a few of these. 14, 15. Richard Simmons was also on General Hospital. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Have we had enough? 22. 22 that they list. Tragic deaths with General Hospital. Holy crap. And they're saying tragically passed away. That means like unexpectedly, right? Maybe it should. God. It's a lot of deaths, man. Isn't it? Okay, so look. This guy's character was an anti-hero, okay? Luke Spencer was an iconic, complex anti-hero who started as a rough, mob-connected drifter and evolved into a beloved hero, becoming famous as half of the legendary Luke and Laura pairing. We just went over that, right? Known for adventure. It's right in front of your face. They even, both their names start with an L. Come on, right? Romance, Shades of Grey, ultimately winning multiple Emmys for the role. So, anti-hero, look, that's like a villain, right? And look, this guy just died. He's a villain for his role in Pulp Fiction. You see that? Peter Green? Villain. So, Geary dies at 78, but it's his 79th year of life, and Geary equals 79 in the language. He was born Tony Geary. You see that right there? I highlight it so you can see it. He was born Tony Geary. Tony Geary, 41 in the reverse reduction cipher. And that's the General Hospital first episode date, 4/1. See that right there? And again, he's dead on the 14th, which is like the first day of the 4th month, to go with the first episode day for General Hospital. He's even born in 63, and he went by Anthony Geary. Anthony Geary equals 63. You see that? How does it line up like that? Come on. For those of you who don't know, it's the 4 base ciphers with the language. This isn't a crazy theory of mine. Look at these ciphers here. Okay, A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. I'm not the only one who does this, okay? Look at that cipher. Look at the reverse cipher. The alphabet in reverse. This is a code, okay? Like, this is the world right here that we live in, okay? They taught us the alphabet. Do you understand? They made a song. Michael Jackson had a song. Was it the Jackson 5? A, B, C, Z, Z's 1, 2, 3. Remember all that crap? So you get the reduction ciphers. So right here, this is reverse. Z is 1. Obviously, A would be 26. 26 letters. Look, you got the reduction applied both ways. So at the 10th letter, it's reduced by adding the double digits and reducing. That's it. Both ways with the alphabet. Okay? So that's not just something that I made up. Do you understand? But I'm showing you, okay? I'm showing you how this works. He's born in 47 when soap opera equals 47. He kind of looks like Sting from the band The Police. And back in the day on the show, he kind of looked like Richard Simmons, who was in General Hospital as well. He had the like Michael Bolton look with the hairdo. Look at how, I mean, look at, you get the same numbers here. So he's born in 47, soap opera 47. General Hospital in Ordinal 162. And look at his upcoming birthday, the 200, and it leaves 216 days in the year. 162216. And his character's name is Spencer. He played Luke Spencer on General Hospital. Spencer's got 109 in reverse, and it's a 109-day span from his death to the next birthday of General Hospital. Or you could just say that the debut anniversary. So his death to the next debut anniversary, 109-day span, and Spencer equals 109. Come on. Right? So simple enough.
General Hospital star Anthony Geary has died.
To love and to cherish till death do us part.
Geary played iconic daytime character Luke Spencer for 40 years. He was half of the ultimate soap super couple, Luke and Laura, opposite Jeannie Francis. Their on-screen wedding in 1981 stands as the most watched daytime episode in history. Geary lived in the Netherlands and died Sunday of complications from a scheduled operation. He was 78.
Dude, look at how he looks like Sting from The Police. Let me pull up Sting real quick. Right here. No, not the wrestler. Probably connected, though. Dude, this guy looks just like Sting. Let me pull up a... Wow, this guy looks like identical to Sting. Look at... This is Sting from The Police. Look, and this is Anthony Geary. Dude. Look at this. There's Anthony Geary, soap star, soap opera, soap as the S like Sting. And here's Sting from The Police right here, the band. Hey, they had Murder by Numbers, didn't they? And we're talking about numbers, ABC 1, 2, 3. They had the album Synchronicity. Look at that right there. They have Murder by Numbers. That's... And then you had that movie Murder by Numbers. That's interesting, isn't it? I didn't really see a connection with their birthdays or anything, but that's just interesting because they look very similar there. Murder by Numbers. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, and look at it says down here. I'm just looking at Police Murder by Numbers, the song here on the album Synchronicity, and look when I scroll down, police killings in the U.S. average over 1,000 annually, with recent years seeing high numbers. That's interesting. Okay, so it's like, come on, right? How, your on-screen wife, how is your birthday 3 days after hers? What a coincidence. No, and then again, here's the Star Trek guy. Dick Geary, Richard Geary, like Richard Gere, right? And again, this guy dies in 2000. No relation, same last name. He dies 14 days before Anthony Geary's birthday. Come on, right? I want to look up Richard Gere now, since we have a Richard Geary appearance. Pretty Woman. He's got the August 31st birthday, which I don't really notice anything with that. But if you were to go deeper, I'm sure there's something there. And here's this guy again, Dick Geary. Interesting, right? So, what was the cause of death again? Surgical complications from a surgical procedure. Okay, right? Sure. And he died at 78. Surgical procedures got the 87. Same numbers right there. Look at that right there. Same numbers. The entire General Hospital family is heartbroken over the news. They don't give us any more details on this surgical procedure. They just say he died from complications of a surgical procedure, no other details. The entire General Hospital family is heartbroken, they say. I mean, damn, dude, they've had so many tragedies and tragic deaths connected to the show. I mean, it's a soap opera, right? It's all about it's all about this. Life is a soap opera too. The world stage is a soap opera. In a career spanning more than 40 years, Geary earned 8 Daytime Emmy Awards as Luke Spencer. Look, he joined the soap opera show in 78, and he dies at age 78. Look at that right there. He joins in 78, and he dies at age 78. Come on, man. Come on, man. What are the odds? Okay, so yeah, I mean, the world is a soap opera. I mean, come on, I'm not a soap opera fan. If there's any females in your show, what's this? I gotta sign up? Nope. If there's any females, maybe like older females in your family, they're probably all shooken up by this, if they follow these soap operas, right? General Hospital star Anthony Geary of Luke and Laura fame dies at 78, and then they mention her in the article. Come on, right in the title. Until next time.